Most people think the problem with money is not earning enough. But if you're honest with yourself, that's probably not the real issue. Because even when income goes up, even when expenses are under control, even when nothing is technically wrong, there's still this quiet feeling that you're behind. That you're not caught up. That something is always one step away from going wrong. And today, I want to explain why that feeling exists, and more importantly, how to stop it. Not with hacks. Not with motivation. But with a clearer way of thinking about money in real life. Let's start with something uncomfortable but true. Most people don't have a money problem. They have a reference point problem. You never feel caught up with money because the finish line keeps moving, and you were never told where it actually is. When you first start earning, being caught up means paying bills on time. Then it means having a small buffer. Then it means no credit card debt. Then it means savings. Then investments. Then more investments. Then comparing yourself to people who are further ahead. At no point does anyone tell you, you're okay now. So your brain stays in chase mode. This is why someone earning twice as much as they did 5 years ago can feel more stressed, not less. The goalposts moved faster than the income. Now let's look at how this shows up in real life. Imagine someone who finally gets a raise. For a moment, there's relief. Maybe even pride. But within weeks, the relief fades. The new income becomes normal. New expectations quietly form. Slightly better apartment. Slightly better car. Slightly more spending. Nothing reckless. Nothing dramatic. But now the baseline is higher, and the margin feels the same. This is the first reason you never feel caught up. Your lifestyle adapts faster than your sense of security. Money adjusts quickly. Peace does not. The second reason is more subtle, and it's rarely talked about. You measure money progress using snapshots, not systems. You look at your account balance today, your credit card statement this month, your bills right now. But money doesn't work in snapshots. It works in flows. Someone with a lower balance but stable systems can be far more caught up than someone with a higher balance and no structure. But because systems are invisible, you don't feel them working. You don't wake up feeling calm because your emergency fund exists. You wake up calm because you trust that things won't collapse if something goes wrong. And trust takes time. This leads to a dangerous habit, constantly checking, adjusting, worrying. When you don't trust the system, you try to control the moment. That's when money becomes mentally exhausting. Now let's talk about the third reason, and this one hits hard. You were taught to think of money as something you manage actively, not something you design once and let run. Most people live in what I call reactive money mode. Bills come, you pay them. Expenses show up, you adjust. Surprises happen, you scramble. Even if you're doing well, your nervous system stays alert. Because deep down, you know that if you stop paying attention, things could slip. That's not being caught up. That's being on guard. Feeling caught up with money doesn't come from effort. It comes from reduced decision making. When fewer money decisions are required daily, stress drops dramatically. That's why some people with modest incomes feel stable, while others with high incomes feel constantly behind. Now let's pause and reframe what caught up should actually mean. Being caught up does not mean everything is perfect. Nothing unexpected will happen. You never think about money. Being caught up means you can absorb small problems without panic. You don't have to think about money every day. One mistake doesn't undo everything. It's not abundance. It's resilience. And resilience is built quietly, not dramatically. Here's where most people go wrong. They try to solve the feeling of being behind by increasing intensity. More budgeting. More tracking. More pressure. More rules. But intensity increases awareness, not safety. What actually changes the feeling is margin. Margin is not income. Margin is the space between what you earn and what your life requires to function. If that space is thin, you never feel caught up. If that space is wide, even modestly, your brain relaxes. This is why cutting one recurring expense often reduces stress more than a raise. It's not about numbers. It's about breathing room. Now let's talk about something uncomfortable but freeing. You may never feel caught up if you keep using other people as your measuring stick. Social media, coworkers, friends, they all create invisible pressure. You don't see their anxiety. You see outcomes. Trips. Homes. Upgrades. And your brain fills in the gaps with assumptions. The problem isn't comparison itself. The problem is comparing outcomes without seeing systems. Someone else's visible success might be built on debt, help, timing, or risk you would never want. But your brain doesn't factor that in. So you chase a feeling that isn't real. This keeps you permanently unsatisfied. Here's the shift that actually changes things. Stop asking, "Am I caught up compared to others?" Start asking, "If nothing changed for 6 months, would I be okay?" That question cuts through illusion. If the answer is no, the solution is not speed. It's structure. And structure doesn't mean complexity. It means predictable bills, automated saving, fewer financial surprises, simple, repeatable behavior. When those are in place, the feeling of being behind fades, even before wealth grows. Because your nervous system finally gets the message. I don't have to fight today. This is also why motivation-based money advice fails. Motivation spikes effort, but effort isn't what creates calm. Systems do. Let me give you a practical mental reset. For the next few weeks, stop trying to feel ahead. Aim to feel unrushed instead. Unrushed with bills. Unrushed with decisions. Unrushed with comparisons. When you remove urgency, clarity returns. And clarity leads to better money choices naturally. Feeling caught up with money is not a milestone you reach. It's a byproduct of how your life is structured. If your systems are fragile, the feeling never comes. If your systems are stable, the feeling arrives quietly, and stays. That's the part no one tells you. You don't wake up one day feeling rich. You wake up one day realizing you're no longer worried. And that's a much better goal. If this way of thinking about money resonates with you, consider subscribing. New videos every week,